Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm just out killing some time here doing some errands, and I wanted to make a short little video for you guys on what I think we're going to see over this last week of the Giro d'Italia here for 2017. Now so far it's been a really good race. It started out the first week. I mean, you had the sprinters kind of doing their thing in the first week with a lot of flat stages. The GC pretty much just kind of, held serve, and the first big test was supposed to be the climb up to Mount Etna. That didn't pan out because apparently there was some big headwinds on the mountain that day, and the GC just kind of pretty much all rode as a pack. The big guys up there, leading the GCs. And then the first real major split up of things was on the climb up Blockhouse, which was a fantastic climb. Nairo Quintana was able to put a little bit of time into Tom Dumoulin, Vincenzo Nibali, Thibaut Pinot, and the rest of the main GC guys. So Nairo made the first kind of strike at the GC on that climb. It was a good race. I watched the whole race. Was off that day, and pretty much what's happened since then is you had a couple of other. We've had a few, easy roller or flat stages, so the GC's kind of neutralized. And then of course the big time trial, Dumoulin went out and smashed everybody and ended up pulling back over a couple of minutes on Nairo, so he kind of took an over 2-minute lead. And then going up the climb to Europa a few days ago, another impressive ride by Tommy D. He actually won that stage and was able to put another, 8-9 seconds into Nairo, got a time bonus. So it was Tommy Dumoulin, can't lie, has been riding impressively and looks to be like the winner of this year's race. But now we're coming into the last week of the Giro, which is going to be the hardest week, because not only the guys got a couple of weeks of racing in their legs, but it's going to be a boatload of climbing and several days in a row of a lot of climbing. So, and this is we're heading into the point in the race where, in my opinion, Tom Dumoulin has really yet to prove that he can hang in there, is day after day after day of a lot of climbing. I mean, we're going to be getting into some stages here where there's going to be I think they're doing the Stelvio twice on the next stage, plus another big mountain climb. And there's going to be a lot of climbing from here on out, and a lot of days in a row of a lot of climbing. And this is the one area where Tom Dumoulin, at least in years past, hasn't been able to hang in there with the front of the field and with the main GC guys, is when you get into these repetitive days of tons of climbing. But we're heading into there now, and Dumoulin's got a 2:minute 41 second lead over Nairo. So he's in the catbird seat without question. But again, the big question that arises is, can he hang in there day after day after day in the mountains? And we're going to find out. And what I think is going to happen, because Dumoulin has obviously, he's slimmed down, he's leaned up, he's really trying to focus on being a Grand Tour rider, and obviously it's working for him. He's ridden exceptionally well to this point and appears to be climbing superbly, honestly. But what I think is going to happen is, over the next 3 or 4 stages, I think you're going to see Nairo Quintana take out the 2:41 in disadvantage and end up surpassing Dumoulin and taking pink again. The question is going to be, can Nairo get enough of a lead to hold him off in the final time trial? That's what I'm not so sure about. I'm pulling for Nairo, honestly. I don't know if you guys know or not, but I'm a big Nairo Quintana fan. Just kind of always been since he's gotten into racing, since I've been aware of him. A lot of it has to do with the fact that we're very similar. I mean, I'm a little small guy. I'm 123 pounds soaking wet. Nairo's a little guy. He's a good climber. I think I'm a decent climber. At least that's what I'm the best at of all disciplines of cycling, personally, is I'm a better climber than I am anything. And I've just kind of naturally gravitated towards, the little climbers, because that's kind of what I am as a cyclist. So I've always liked Nairo. I'm a big Nairo fan. I'm pulling for Nairo, hoping he can pull this out. But what I think is going to happen is, unfortunately, I think, like I said, I think Nairo is going to get that time back. I think he's going to, get an advantage over Dumoulin over the next 3 or 4 days. But I don't think it's going to be enough for Quintana to hold Dumoulin off in that last time trial. I think Dumoulin is going to go out there, probably be within like a minute and a half of Nairo going into the last time trial, and then he's going to just, blow him out of the water in the time trial, unfortunately, and win the race. So I think Tom Dumoulin's going to win this year's Giro. I think, the climb up the blockhouse and the climb up to Europa, I really would have expected Nairo to be, to have, gained more time on him on those 2 climbs. It didn't happen. Tommy D is climbing really well, and his time trialing ability is just far superior to Nairo's and the rest of the GC guys. So I think the time trialing is going to be the ultimate say here. I think Dumoulin is going to smash the time trial and win the Giro because of it. So that's how I have it going. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Nairo wins it. Let me know, guys, what you think's going to happen. Do you think Dumoulin's going to win? Do you think Nairo's going to win it? Maybe one of the other guys. Let me know in the comments down below. I'd like to see what you guys think's going to happen here in this year's Giro. That's how I have it going over the last week. But anyways, guys, as always, I appreciate the support here in the channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys right back here in my next video.